Good evening, baseball fans. How are you doing on this Wednesday evening? Welcome to episode 17 of MLB Hot Takes. We're going to be talking Christian Yelich, the Angels, Aaron Judge, the Diamondbacks, Dylan Cease, Barry Bonds, the Reds, the Pirates. Here we go. Let's get to it. And good evening, baseball fans. Hello. Lots of familiar faces in the chat. What's going on? Joey, Happy Fun Boy, Jason, Nicholas, one of our moderators is here. Hello. William, one of our members, along with Brady Johnson, another member. What's going on, my friend? Ben Myers, what's going on? Nick Master, YT, how are we doing? Mr. Chicken is here as well. Tom Amiano with a $2 super chat to start things off. Tom, you're always coming through, my friend. Always helping us start off hot here on Hot Takes. $1.99 from Tom Amiano. He says $2 for Story's first trip around the bases. Good to see Trevor Story. It looks like he's starting to snap out of that funk a little bit. My goodness. The Red Sox actually scored some runs, and they scored 9 runs last night. Last time I checked, it was 3-3. It is still 3-3, but the Red Sox got the bases loaded in Atlanta. We're going to keep a track. We're going to keep track of all the scores going on while we go over all of the hot takes tonight. But hope everyone's doing well on this Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. I am officially 2 weeks away from summer vacation, and I am quite excited for it. Oh my. I did a video earlier also, in case you did not see it. I talked about Jim Crane making some comments towards Brian Cashman and the whole cheating scandal. He talked a little bit of Carlos Correa. So if you did not see that video, please go take a watch. Around 10 minutes long. I didn't really want to talk about it tonight on the live show, just because we already have so much to talk about as it is. So go check out that video if you haven't already. But again, I am ready for summer vacation. You know, I was just talking about this on the week ahead with Josh on Monday. And hey, if you missed that stream, go take a watch. We actually got into some pretty good conversations that night where we talked about some stuff from the past and, you know, stuff obviously going on today. So, but yeah, go check that out if you haven't. But I was just saying to him the other night, man, I'm excited to get to summer vacation. It's obviously I'm going to have more time to be working on, you know, videos and whatnot. It's just so busy at this time of the year. It's the end of the school year. Things are winding down. It's just a busy time. We got a lot going on, you know, all these things we got to, you know, all these reports we got to fill out and just everything, you know, and just, it's just, it's slowly killing me, but I cannot wait for summer break. So, and for all of you, hey, going to school or whatever, hope you're excited for your summer vacation too. But I'm definitely excited to just get to work on some videos, you know, do more baseball content. Yeah, I'm excited. Anyway, I digress. So before I do get started, if there is anyone new, think about hitting that subscribe button for me. Hit the like button, everyone. That's really going to help this get out there into the baseball world. Share the stream as well if you can. Hit the bell notification so you get notified every time. We are partners with SeatGeek. $20 off your first purchase if you use my code Hyde. Oh, that's a deep shot. He has got it. Prize Picks. Use my code Ginger and you get a 100% deposit match. And that's not a bad deal. If you're looking to win a few extra bucks, go check out Prize Picks. All righty, let's get to the first hot take of the night, shall we? Hey, Reid Detmers last night. What a performance, throwing a no-hitter last night. The first one-man no-hitter of the year. We saw the Mets combined no-hitter earlier this year. But Reid Detmers, we got a bit of a hot one to start things off. Here we go. From Billy, Detmers isn't that good. Ooh, that is, oh man, we're just starting off hot here. Detmers throwing the no-hitter last night. Sharing the screen. Reid Detmers, what a performance last night from him. No hits allowed, obviously, in a no-hitter. But let's actually go take a look at the game score on Fangraphs. A 92 game score. That is fantastic. But taking a look here, only walked 1. Surprisingly enough, he only struck out 2. Reid Detmers, I think as time goes on, I think he is going to start getting more and more strikeouts as he starts getting more used to major league hitters. Reid Detmers, man, this guy's good. He struck out a ton of guys in college. Oh, that's a deep shot. Oh, that's off the wall. Bradley's got it. Oh, are they going to get him? Oh, pretty close. But yeah, Reid Detmers, what a fantastic performance last night. And just so many wacky things happening in that game as well. Anthony Rendon hitting a home run left-handed. Brett Phillips pitching. You gotta love when Brett Phillips is pitching. But what a wacky game that was. And of course, the Rays once again getting no hit. How many times have the Rays been no hit? Then it doesn't faze them at all. Well, whatever. Well, we didn't get any hits this time. Well, let's go on and win 100 games. So, but Reid Detmers, for the hot take, it says he's not that good. I'm going to have to disagree. His curveball is just fantastic. Just watching his curveball in college, I was just in love with, I loved watching the highlights of him. He's got a fastball that's going to be fine in the major leagues. He doesn't have a ton of velocity, but it's going to be fine in the majors. He's got the curveball. He also has a bit of a slider as well. I think he is going to be a good pitcher. I think it's just a matter of him just putting it together. And the fact that he came up as early as he did so well in the minor leagues. Oh my God, he was striking out a ton of guys. Oh, that's a deep shot. Oh my God, these balls, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. These balls coming off the bat, they look like home runs. And then they just die. That looked like a home run. I can't believe that. Man. Like, let me look at the replay really quick. Okay, what the heck was that? And Nesson, what the heck are you guys doing? What kind of a replay was that? He didn't even show the at-bat. Or he didn't even show him hitting the ball. Whatever. But yeah, so Reid Detmers, I do think he is going to be a very solid pitcher. Now, do I think he's going to be an ace kind of a guy? No, but I think he can be a really solid 2-3 in a rotation. This guy is, how old is he? He's about to turn 23 years old, and he's throwing a no-hitter already. That curveball plays very well. So I will disagree with this hot take. I think Detmers is going to be very good. But that leads us into our next hot take. And we actually have I did a 2-for-1 here because you can kind of intertwine these two hot takes with each other, but let's stick with the Angels here. And the Angels, we got one from No More Fielders. Go check out his channel. I'm actually going to be, I believe No More Fielders is going to be in the YouTubers versus professional ball players games with the Burlington Sock Puppets and the Carolina Disco Turkeys. I believe he is going to be there, but he has made it onto Hot Takes. He has a good channel. Go check out his channel. But he says here, the Angels pitching staff will be in the top 10 for lowest ERA in Major League Baseball at the end of the season. And we also have one from Enrique Martinez. Angels will win the World Series. And man, is it time where maybe we start taking the Angels a little seriously here? I think over the years, I think we've all had a bit of fatigue when it comes to the Angels because they always have these good teams. They never seem to really come through. But this year, it looks like they're putting it together. It's looking like a good team. They got some more pitching. They got some more bullpen arms. The offense has always been pretty good with the Angels. It was just a matter of them getting some arms. Now, the Angels, as of right now, 21-11. I think they are losing at the moment. 2-0, bottom of the 8th, so they do have a chance to get back onto the board here. So, but I honestly think for the Angels, I do think they have a shot at winning it all this year. You got so much talent on that team. Now, I do think they will have to add some kind of a starting pitcher, a good starting pitcher at the deadline. I think they will have to. I do like, Syndergaard is looking like he's doing pretty good. Ohtani, obviously, he is very good. But taking a look at what the Angels are doing right now with the starting pitching, those are the player stats. Look at the team stats. So as of right now, with the starting pitching, they are 6th overall. If we take a look at where they rank in terms of FIP, They rank 11th overall. So while they have a 3.35 ERA, they have a 3.56 FIP at the moment. So let's go to the first hot take in that 2-for-1 that I pulled up. But right now the Dodgers, they lead the league in ERA with a 1.82. That is just fantastic. Arizona right behind them at 2.34. But as for the Angels, they're 9th overall at 3.35. Now, if we take a look at what the Angels are doing, obviously, like I said, you got Ohtani, you got Syndergaard, but don't forget about guys like Patrick Sandoval. This guy's off to a really good start this year. This is a guy where the advanced numbers looked a lot better than the surface numbers last year. So, to me, he was an underrated arm coming through. I've always liked Reid Detmers coming out of college. I think he can keep getting better. I still think he is going to take some bumps here and there. This guy is still trying to figure it out in the major leagues. Michael Lorenzen, this is a guy where he looks better than he has in the past. And it looks like he's just giving you some serviceable innings. Now, the question is, will they lead the league in ERA? With this rotation, I would disagree. But I think if they can add a pitcher at the deadline. Now, the question is, what kind of a pitcher could they possibly go after? So Mark Feinsand actually did a poll. Here where he asked executives around the league, which guys do they think are going to get traded? Frankie Montas, he got 8 votes. Luis Castillo got 7 votes. I'm going to have to do a video on this eventually where, trade deadline candidates, like kind of early trade deadline candidates, it's still May, so you never know what could end up happening. Other guys could, come off of these, or come off of these lists. Guys could get added to it. Certain guys can get hurt, so on. So there's so many more possibilities that could happen when it comes to trades between now and the deadline. But you got Evaldi here. Even someone put Aaron Nola. I don't think Nola gets moved. I think maybe Reynolds could get moved. But I think the Pirates are probably going to end up wanting to hang on to him. Nelson Cruz, I could definitely see being moved. Gallo, I think, stays. Soto, I do think, ends up staying. But when it comes to the Angels, I think for this hot take, for it to work out, for the Angels to lead the league in ERA by the end of the year, I do think they will have to add someone else. So, I don't know. I would imagine, will the A's want to send Frankie Montas there? Who knows? I don't know. But one guy that I find very intriguing for the Angels, and they were connected with him in the offseason, was Luis Castillo. I wonder if the Angels could pull something off for Castillo if he ends up being a little too expensive. It just so happens here, you got a couple of guys from my Red Sox. If the Red Sox end up where they are not in contention anymore, if they're out of it, could you do a package deal? Where right now the Angels, if you take a look at the Angels squad, for shortstop at the moment, you have Andrew Velasquez there, where, hey, if you can get Bogarts for a year, I could see that, being definitely an upgrade. So could you imagine Bogarts being in this lineup with Rendon, Ohtani, Trout, Marsh, Walsh, Tyler Wade, or not Tyler Wade, sorry, Taylor Ward. What the heck? That just blew my mind right there. Taylor Ward is having a great season so far. Could you imagine Xander Bogaerts in this lineup too? But the reason I'm bringing up Bogaerts is, could the Red Sox do some kind of a package deal with Bogaerts and Evaldi? Man, oh man. I'm seeing a couple of comments here. John and 2 Johns in the chat. I have to. I see what you guys are saying about the FIP. To me, I personally like FIP over ERA because, yes, you are. But that's why I like FIP, is because you are only considering the strikeouts, the home runs, and the walks, because those are the things that a pitcher can control. The pitcher is not. You can't really, the defense that's behind them, sometimes they're not going to be able to come through for you. So to me, I like looking at FIP. I don't think it's the end all be all. I like to look at everything. I like to look at, how many strikeouts per 9 are they getting? How many guys are they walking? But that's what FIP also takes into consideration, because that's what a pitcher can control. I definitely see the side for ERA. I personally prefer FIP because, again, FIP, it's taking out the defense. It's taking out everything else. At the end of the day, this is where, like Josh, where we disagree here, is he prefers ERA too, because he just simply likes just ERA. It's how many runs you're giving up over how many innings. It's just the simple stat, right? I can see why people like ERA, because it's more simple, where, how many runs are you giving up over how many innings, right? I just prefer FIP personally. I don't think it's the end all be all though. I think you have to kind of look at everything going on. So I digress. But yeah, John, so you're saying how often are errors? A lot of pitchers give up tons of singles and doubles. And that's where I can see your point too. But also with FIP, because you're taking out with defense, I'm looking at UZR, I'm looking at defensive runs saved, where those are a bit more advanced when it comes to the numbers. So, I see what you're saying here. I definitely see what you're saying, but sometimes, you could have some bloop shots. Sometimes you can have some things that's not really go your way. Like that's where a perfect example was last year with the Cardinals, where the FIP for the Cardinals starting pitching was in the 4s, but their ERA was a lot lower. But if you looked at the Cardinals defense, it was fantastic. Like, it was really good. Where those guys were really helping out some of these pitchers. The Cardinals had to pretty much change their game plan, where they had to stop focusing so much on the strikeouts. And then, because if you looked in the beginning of the season, the Cardinals' strikeouts per 9 was higher than what it was in the second half. So the Cardinals basically had to change the way they pitched. They had to pitch more to contact because of how good that defense was. They didn't have the pitchers to be able to, mow these guys down. So that's where the argument works in favor of, the ERA versus FIP, where a good defense can really make you look good. But I digress. Anyway, but back to this. I could definitely see maybe the Red Sox and the Angels coming together for someone like Nathan Eovaldi. He's not going to cost a ton. He's going to be a free agent after this year. So getting back to the hot take, I do think that the Angels, if they want to have the best starting rotation in the majors, if they want to have the lowest ERA, I definitely think someone like Eovaldi would be a huge boost and would be able to help them achieve that goal. For right now, I will disagree with that, but if they can add someone that's pretty high caliber starting pitcher, I could maybe see it. In the I would say it's more likely in the American League for the Angels to lead the league in ERA. For the National League, it's going to be tough when you got the for all of the major leagues. It's going to be tough to do that because you have the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks are pitching out of their minds. Let's go back to this actually. Even the Yankees are pitching really well too, and they're getting some great starting pitching. And obviously the Mets, they have some great starting pitching too. So I think for this hot take to work out, to have actually no, I've been thinking of it wrong. Top 10 in the major leagues. Okay, sorry, I was thinking it said lead the league. I apologize, but yeah, absolutely, top 10. I could see that. I could definitely see that happening. But to lead the league, maybe they could lead the American League. I would probably say no on leading the major leagues, but yeah, no more fielders. Absolutely. I could definitely see the Angels being a top 10 staff when it comes to ERA. Now, before I move on to the next one, Enrique Martinez, you're saying the Angels will win the World Series. Now, when it comes to the World Series, I think you have to have a few things, right? You got to have those frontline starting pitchers. You got to have those guys that are uber talented in the lineup. You got, like, if we saw the Braves last year, they had guys that can kind of do a little bit of everything. You had guys that could hit for power, hit for average. They had guys with speed. And the Angels, they have a lineup like that. They definitely have a lineup like that. Now the thing is here is, could they add one more frontline starting guy? I like Ohtani. I think Syndergaard would be good. But could you maybe get someone that could start a game 2, or however, get game 3, however they want to do it with Syndergaard or somewhere else? With Patrick Sandoval, I would like Sandoval there. I mean, I would like to have him as a, like a 4. But I would feel better if the Angels got another starting pitcher, someone like Eovaldi or maybe Luis Castillo. So I think Eovaldi would be if the Red Sox are out of it, I think Eovaldi would be a pretty nice addition for this rotation. So we'll have to wait and see. Will they win the World Series? I don't think they're there yet. I think they can definitely make the playoffs. I had them being a good team this year. I think I had them just missing the playoffs. But it's looking like my prediction is going to be wrong. I definitely saw them being a good team, but there's just so much beef in that American League. Winning the World Series right now, I would say no for this Angels team. If they can make a couple of moves, that can change my mind. So let's move on here. Let's get off the Angels. Oh, and you know what? Hold on a second. I completely missed one of the whole things I wanted to talk about here. Getting back to Noah Syndergaard. This has been a kind of something swirling around in the Twitter world. So Noah Syndergaard today, he tweeted out after the Angels and Reid Detmers got the no-hitter, he put that this is what a real no-hitter looks like. So, I mean, come on. It's clear as night and day that he was pointing that towards the Mets. Obviously, he's pointing that towards the Mets. So he tweeted out today. When did he tweet this? This was around 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern time. He said, "Hate to break to you, but this song ain't about you. This was about Reid, a great teammate, throwing a one-picture no-hitter, which is a rarity by today's game standards." I mean, Noah, did you see how many no-hitters there were last year? I know there was the sticky stuff, but I mean, I don't know if you mean like today, like as in this year, or what. How many no-hitters did we have last year? It was crazy. Mets have a good team. Enjoy that instead of stirring. This is a child-friendly show. I will not cuss on the show. As do the Angels, so drop the drama and move on. Here's the thing, Noah. Here is the thing. You're saying here this song ain't about you. You're the one that made it about the Mets. You're the one that said it in the first place. This is what a real no-hitter. Why did you even have to put the real part? Why couldn't you just celebrate Reid Detmers' no-hitter without even throwing any kind of shade? You're the one that made it about the Mets in the first place. Goodness, the accountability here. It's just yes, I agree. This is about Reid, a great teammate. Yes, this is about Reid, but you're the one that made it about, you're the one that brought the Mets in. Come on. Like Gordon Ramsay would probably say, you donut? Come on now, Noah. You're out of your mind here, Noah Syndergaard. But I hope you keep having yourself a good season. But moving on here, let's go to the next hot take. So, the Angels. We just had the hot take where they could finish top 10 when it comes to the ERA, possibly winning a World Series. Let's talk about another team that is also looking pretty good to start things off. But are they possibly overachieving? The San Diego Padres, coming in from one of our members, Ratboy King. Padres are massively performing above their talent level and won't be able to keep it up through May. Ooh, juicy, and more juicy. Here we go. Let's take a look at the current standings with the Padres. So, as we can see, Padres 20-12 on the year, 6-4 in their last 10. How are they doing right now? Padres, where are we at? They actually lost today. They lost today to the Cubs. So, they're off to a good start, man. I like what the Padres are doing. If we take a look at where they're ranking currently when it comes to the starting pitching, the Padres actually rank 8th in Fangraph WAR with their starting pitching, so I like that. With the bullpen, they are 18th, so right around middle of the road. So I think they could use another arm for that bullpen. But let's take a look at the offense. If we're looking at the offense for the San Diego Padres, they have definitely been doing pretty good. However, we got a member, JPH1978. You have been a member for 2 months, my friend. Thank you so much for re-upping your membership. If anyone else is interested in becoming a member, just hit the join button down below. So, taking a look here at the Padres, the offense, 16th overall. I remember last year they were kind of middle of the road, but I really do like a lot of things that are going on with the Padres lineup. Machado's having himself, he's basically carrying this team with Fernando Tatis Jr. out, so he's really stepping up. Definitely a MVP candidate. Eric Hosmer, thank goodness for Eric Hosmer, because this guy's off to a great start. Ha-Seong Kim, he was hot there for a little bit, but he has really fallen off. Average is down to 197. So, man, they need more guys to start stepping up in this offense. I mean, look at some of these guys. Again, there's a couple of bright spots with Machado and Hosmer. They actually just sent C.J. Abrams down to AAA, but we're seeing a lot of bad numbers here. Cronenworth is not really doing all that much. They're going to need a bat. Tatis Jr. hopefully will be back around mid-season for them. That's going to help. But this was the same thing last year. They're just not getting a lot of guys contributing. If we go take a look at the Padres here. So again, Machado, Hosmer, those guys are really coming through. Luke Voit, I think, just hit his first home run today. Ha-Seong Kim, he's really cooled off. Trent Grisham, not really hearing much about him. They need bats, and Will Myers is not really, actually he's on the IL, and Voit is on. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong dates. But Myers and Voit, these guys really aren't doing too much overall this season. I don't know. There's just not a lot here with this offense. I do like the starting pitching. It looks way better than it did last year. And this is where I think that the Padres, I will disagree with this hot take. I think they're going to be a lot stronger than they were last year because they have more starting pitching this time. You have Sean Manaea now. You had Mackenzie Gore finally come up to the majors and actually start pitching well. Mike Clevinger back from injury. Nick Martinez you signed in the offseason. They have a lot more options now, and I think that starting pitching is going to be more durable this year. Could they use maybe another bullpen arm? Yeah, I definitely think you could add someone here. I think if the Padres can add a bat, I know you're going to get Tatis back soon, but if you could add some kind of a bat, that would be great. And maybe another bullpen arm, I think you definitely could be a force in that National League, because I really like the starting pitching with the Padres. So getting back here to the hot take, Padres are massively performing above their talent level and won't be able to keep it up through May. Now, I will say, the offense definitely needs to start picking it up here. They really do. But I think the starting pitching is going to be a lot more durable this time. And I think that's going to carry them a lot farther than it did last year. So I will agree in a sense where they need some offense, but I think the pitching is going to be fine. So overall, I will disagree with this hot take. But Ratboy King, thank you so much, my friend. Now, we've talked about a couple of teams that are... Whoa, JPH just became... Okay, that notification just came through. I was about to say, what the heck is going on? We've talked about a couple of teams that are doing really well, the Angels and the Padres. Let's talk about a team that is the worst in baseball. The Cincinnati Reds, coming from... I'm not even saying this. God, what kind of a name is this? Turd Stain 96. That's 69 backwards. What a name we got here. The Reds will finish with the worst record ever in the modern era. Matt Strom is coming through for the Red Sox. That's what I like to see. Let's take a look at the Cincinnati Reds. And hey, they were on the MLB YouTube Game of the Week, and it was the Reds and the Brewers today. But man, oh man, let's actually go to that really quick. So much offense in this game today. Christian Yelich getting a cycle in a loss. Are you kidding me? Look at the Reds scoring some runs today. Milwaukee, they were coming on hot in that ninth inning, man. What in the world? But this is another fun game to watch. We had almost 30 hits combined in this game. Yelich, man, what a game for him, man. 4 for 5 hitting for the cycle today. But they had a lot of guys coming through. I said in the chat during this game, in case you don't know, I'm now officially a part of the MLB YouTube Game of the Week where I can talk in the chat. And I said in the chat today, I wonder if Tommy Pham could end up being a trade deadline candidate. I think he definitely could. I mean, he's on a one-year deal. He's on a bad team. He's playing pretty well. His on-base is good. He went 3 for 4 today. Had a couple RBIs. Tyler Stevenson looked really good. Moran, Naquin, Friedel looked good today. So, man. But I got to ask Corbin Burnes a couple of questions in this game. I was actually just like, whoa, man, Corbin Burnes, he's answering some of my questions here. The first one that I asked him, who was a pitcher that he looked up to while he was growing up? And he gave an awesome answer. He said, Jared Weaver. Love that answer, man. Jared Weaver, he was really fun to watch, man. He would tear up my Red Sox here and there, but this is a guy, man, he was throwing 85 miles an hour, and guys were just having such a hard time against him. I like Jeff Weaver too. Remember Jeff Weaver? Man, I loved watching the Weaver brothers, man. Jeff Weaver with the Cardinals, man, fun times. But it was really cool to have Corbin Burnes answer a question of mine. This is really cool to hear my name over the broadcast where he's like, oh, Robbie Hyde has a question here. I'm like, oh, that's me. That's my name. But yeah, Corbin Burnes saying he really liked watching Jared Weaver, and he also liked watching Nolan Ryan. So, fun game today. It was a fun game. So, but as for the hot take, the Cincinnati Reds, will they finish with the worst record in the modern era? Well, if we go take a look here, so I guess the modern era, what is the 1900s, I guess? 1899 is the worst record, was when the worst record happened with the Cleveland Spiders, 134 losses. So as of right now, if we go back to the standings, let's do a little bit of math. The Reds right now, 24 losses through 31 games. So let's take a look. If they stuck with a 226 win percentage, 162 times 226. So on pace for 36 wins and 125 losses. Could you imagine? So now in the modern era, in the 1900s, if the Reds were to have the same win percentage at the end of the season, let's say they had the Mets had a 250, the Tigers had 265, but those are the same amount of games, right? Because I know some seasons were a little shorter. The Philadelphia A's, 1916 at a 235. So again, the Reds right now are at a 226. I mean, I think it's possible. I would probably say no, because that just sounds unbelievable to me. But who knows, man? I mean, hey, the Reds did score a boatload of runs today, 14-11. So against some good Brewers pitching. Good Brewers pitching today. Look at the stat. Hauser had a bad start today, man. Gutierrez definitely pitched better than he did in his last start against the Brewers. The Brewers scored 18 runs in that game, I believe. So I guess Gutierrez did pitch better today, but still not great. He had 6 strikeouts. So I would probably say no to that. I mean, who knows, though? If this Reds team, if they keep playing this way, they could absolutely end up with the worst record of all time. Absolutely could. So, but we'll have to wait and see. Let me know in the chat. I actually would like to know what you all think. Let's have you guys make a prediction. Do you think the Reds will finish with the worst record in the modern era? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Another strikeout. Come on. Will Smith, he's looking pretty good here. Josh Lopez, you see 50 wins. John Turner, yeah, I agree. Castillo, Maile, they'll help. Could those guys be on the move? Could those guys end up getting traded? We'll have to wait and see. Oh, man, we got a few thumbs up. What's going on, Mr. Chicken? John Sullivan, it's Cat. What's going on? Yeah, Ben Myers, you think if they trade Castillo that they'll end up having the worst record? I could definitely see it. But Cincinnati, will they end up having the worst record in the modern era? We'll have to wait and see. I'll say no for now. But if they can't pick it up, man, they're going to be in that territory. Let's talk about a team that has had its rough patches in the last few years, but they're starting to look pretty okay. They're not looking amazing by any means, but this team, they're actually doing all right. The Pittsburgh Pirates from Carson Banbrook. Hi, Robbie. The Pirates will get third in their division. Oh, my. Could you imagine the Pittsburgh Pirates finishing third in this division? Man, the Pirates, I got to say, the Pittsburgh Pirates this year, I think we're all kind of used to the Pirates not being good, but they're actually playing better than you would think, and the stats look better than you would think. Right now, they're 22nd when it comes to offense. If we're looking at starting pitching, not very good with the starting pitching. 27th overall, but Pittsburgh's bullpen, 17th overall. Not too bad. You got Bednar in there. The Cubs are playing some really bad baseball right now. If you take a look at where the Chicago Cubs are ranking, Pittsburgh just ahead of them when it comes to offense right now. And if we take a look here, Pittsburgh has some better starting pitching right now. Chicago has the better ERA, but Pittsburgh has the better FIP. So, with FIP being more of an expected number, could that FIP end up, in the long run, look a little more realistic there? I don't know. But right now, Pittsburgh, they have the better Fangraph WAR, just ahead of the Cubs. And the bullpen, the Cubs bullpen is actually pretty good this year. Where right now, they actually, I think, have one of the highest inning totals. They are 6th overall in innings. That starting pitching has just not been very good. Oh, we got another member. Conman752 has become a member for the 7th month. Conman752, thank you so much, my friend. Really do appreciate that. Hey, look at that. You got the Pablo Sanchez little badge next to your name. I love that. So, but I think it'd be really cool, man. I think the Pirates are pretty good. I love this Pirates. I love some of the guys on this Pirates team. Obviously, Brian Hayes. Ben Gamble has actually been looking pretty good lately. Obviously, got Brian Reynolds. They got some guys. Here. I love Bednar at the back of that bullpen. I love him. Jose Quintana. There was actually a hot take that was submitted to me about Jose Quintana, saying that he's having a hot start and he'll get traded by the deadline. Who was that submitted that? I want to give you a shout out. I probably should have included it with this one. Let's see. It was from Davis Gorman. He said here, Jose Quintana will continue his hot start and be traded to a contender at the deadline. He is looking really good. He's got a 2.70 ERA. The FIP is a run higher through 6 starts. He's not doing too bad. The home runs are pretty low. Oh, we got a super chat coming in from Hayden Ballard. D-backs make the playoffs if they were in the American League. Ooh, could you imagine that? Look really quick. Let me actually take a look. So the Diamondbacks right now, they have a record of 17-15. So if we were to just take a look at the leagues, 17-15 would be pretty good. It'd be right there. They'd be tied with Toronto. Look at Toronto. They've lost 4 straight. Blue Jays fans, what the heck is going on with Toronto? Conman752, $5 super chat. The hottest of takes. ESPN baseball experts suck for putting Orioles last in the latest rankings with the lowest projected record. No way. Did they really put the Orioles last? Why? Oh, with the projected record. Where is that? I thought you meant the power rankings. How do I... Is that here under the standings? Where do I find that? In the latest rankings with the lowest projected record. Or are you saying that ESPN MLB power rankings? Well, this can't be it, because this is May 5th. That's week 4. Week 5. Let's see. Did they put the Orioles at 30? They put the Tigers at 30. What? What the? They put the Reds at what? Wait, hold on. Is this last year? Oh, it's last year. I was about to say, what the heck is going on here? Where is the... Have they not updated their power rankings yet? Command 75. Oh, ESPN Plus. Okay, I don't have that. So, Command 752. Can you let me know in the chat? Is that their power rankings? Let me go see. ESPN Plus. Actually, do I have ESPN Plus? I might. Oh, ESPN, you're killing me. I hate ESPN. Let me go here. I don't know if I have ESPN Plus. MLB. Oh, they got an article here. I was just talking about some Angels trades. About maybe guys like Bogarts and Evaldi could go to the Angels. Maybe like a package deal. Let's see. I don't see it anywhere, dude. Where is it? Is it here? These? No, that's rookie rankings. Yeah, Command 752. Yeah, dude. Find it for me and then I'll go back to it. Because I know you did a $5 super chat. So I'd like to react to it. So, but yeah. Actually, ESPN, I'm on the MLB page. All right, yeah. Just let me know. Find it, and I'll go back to it. So, going back to the hot take that we're on. So, and also really quick from Hyde and Ballard. Diamondbacks make the playoffs. It's crazy how, like, you know, put a team in the National League and move them over to the American League. Then again, like, so many things can change. You're playing in different ballparks and stuff like that. So, you know, obviously it's different players, you know, different matchups and whatnot. So, but hey, it just goes to show I love what the Diamondbacks are doing so far. I really hope they can keep it going. I like some of their players. So, but back to the original hot take that we were on. The Pirates, could they finish in 3rd place? And one more time, taking a look at Jose Quintana. He's off to a really good start. I definitely think this could be a trade deadline guy. So we'll have to see how he keeps doing up until that point. Now, can the Pirates finish in can they finish in 3rd place? I like some of these guys that are on the team, man. The Cubs are just not playing inspiring baseball. I would imagine the Cubs at some point are going to start playing a little bit better. So I guess now I would probably disagree, but I think the Pirates could do it. Why not? What could they be one of these teams that maybe surprise you a little bit this year? Not make the playoffs kind of surprise, but could they be a team that maybe ends up winning 70 games? You know, could they be one of these teams that overachieve? Maybe take a more of a step forward than you would think this year. We'll have to wait and see. They do have some good young players, and they got some players down in the minor leagues as well. Actually, let's take a look at O'Neal Cruz. See how he's doing. As for the Red Sox and the Braves, it's the top of the 8th. We got Trevor Story up. He had a home run earlier. But right now with O'Neal Cruz, he's in AAA. Wow, O'Neal Cruz is only hitting 184. What the heck happened to O'Neal Cruz? Holy cow. What the heck is going on? Man. But, yeah. Man. But they do got some good prospects down here in Pittsburgh. So, again, I would probably say no. But the Cubs starting pitching is not good. I know the Pirates don't really have much pitching as it is themselves, but I do like some of these younger guys in here. I think Mitch Keller can end up doing some pretty good stuff. They just don't have a lot of pitching. You know, I mean, Quintana's doing good, but I think he'll be gone by the deadline if he keeps pitching that way. So it's going to be interesting. Interesting. I would think the Cubs are eventually going to pass them and finish in third, but we'll have to keep an eye out for it. So, moving on to our next hot take. Since we're talking about the Pittsburgh Pirates, let's talk about one of their greatest players of all time. Trevor Story, that's a flyout. Let's talk about one of the Pirates' best players of all time before he ended up going on to the Giants. Barry Bonds. We got a Barry Bonds hot take from Andrew Moore. All of Barry Bonds' stats after 1999 should not be counted towards the record books, giving him a total of 445 home runs and 1,299 RBIs. Ooh, man, oh man. Hey, I get it. There's some people that feel a certain type of way about Barry Bonds and his career. Listen, this is a guy, I've been on the record. I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. Whatever. If you're going to sit here and tell me that guys in the 90s, early 2000s, they weren't sipping on that, all these guys weren't sipping on that Kool-Aid, I'm sorry, I think you are wrong. There are a lot of guys using all of this stuff during that time. Barry Bonds, listen, I'm sorry, but Barry Bonds, whatever. This guy, would he have gotten all these numbers if he, hadn't taken all this stuff? Who knows? Probably not. But Bonds was such a good hitter. Oh my God, he was such a good hitter. Like, just the mechanics of his swing. He was just a master at hitting. Just so good. Now, I would disagree with wiping off his numbers after 1999. To me, nah, I'm just not doing it. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. That's just my opinion. But he was playing in an era with these guys. McGuire, Sosa, Clemens, supposedly was doing some stuff. Rafael Palmeiro, all these guys, tons of these guys were all taking stuff. So, to me, I disagree with it. I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. I think it was a travesty that he wasn't in. And here's my thing. I love David Ortiz. We talked about this when it happened, but David Ortiz, if he's going to get in, then Barry Bonds should obviously be in. Not saying David Ortiz did anything, but David Ortiz came up on a report. It was never proven that Barry Bonds took anything. Knowingly, at least. It was never proven. They were never able to prove it. David Ortiz, he popped up on a report. So they were both in the same boat when it came to that you could not prove that they did anything knowingly. So to me, Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. The difference is the media loves David Ortiz, but they did not like Barry Bonds. So I think Barry Bonds is a Hall of Famer. Con Man, what's going on? It was ESPN's Stock Watch rankings by Bradford Doolittle. Okay, let me go here. Stock Watch rankings. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I don't know if I'm an ESPN Plus member. Maybe I am? I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm not an ESPN Plus member. Yeah, I canceled that a long time ago. Don't think I am. Let me try. Let me log in on let me see if I can log in on a different account. says processing your request. Oh, now it's trying to get me to pay. All right, it's not working. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I can't get into it. But it says ESPN has Orioles with the lowest win projections at just over 57 per simulation. Even the Reds. Yeah, man. I think the Orioles, man, they're gonna be a pesky team this year. They're not playing horrible. I mean, obviously they won a series against my Red Sox. If we could take a look at the Orioles right now, they're 7-3 in their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. The Orioles are not playing bad baseball. If we take a look here, Baltimore, they're 17th in offense. They're actually in the pluses. They're in the positives when it comes to offensive runs above average. So, hey, just saying. Baltimore, with the starting pitching, they rank 14th overall. When it comes to the bullpen, Baltimore's bullpen is one of the better bullpens. They're 5th overall. Why are people hating on the Orioles? That, to me, I just think some of these people, they're experts. They don't really know what they're talking about. Like a lot, and ESPN, you can't trust anything ESPN says because they want to clickbait you a lot, and they want you to get you to read their articles, and that to me is like an emotional response kind of a thing where, oh wow, they didn't put the Reds at 30. Oh my God, what are they thinking? Oh my God, I'm gonna click on this because this makes me just annoyed. That's exactly what ESPN does, because ESPN at this point, they're just a garbage company at this point. They're not a good company. They're not what they used to be, and they just ride off of clickbait, and they just ride off of just getting your emotions in a twist. Everyone at ESPN, I'm sure there's a ton of nice people that work there, but a lot of these guys don't know what they're talking about. And it's pretty unfortunate, honestly. And it's not just baseball, it's football, it's basketball. It's just bad content, man. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, but they're not what they used to be. So, moving on here. Let's talk about, we're talking about Barry Bonds, arguably the best hitter of all time. Let's talk about one of the best hitters today in Aaron Judge. From Ed Bagley, one of our members, Aaron Judge will lead Major League Baseball in home runs and win AL MVP en route to an eventual huge contract extension with the Yankees. Now, I like this hot take from Ed. Thank you so much. But it's also something that's in the news as well. Actually, from today, Brian Cashman has a new approach to the Aaron Judge talks. So he commented on Aaron Judge with the walk-off home run against the Blue Jays. Man, oh man, what a game for the Yankees yesterday. Saying he's been great. General Manager Brian Cashman said that's no surprise because he is great. So, but moving on in this article, but that's about all the GM would say about a star outfielder who still has an arbitration date ahead of him, with the Yankees offering $17 million and Judge wanting $21 million. So, he goes on to say here, asked about the possibility of discussions happening during the year, Cashman said Wednesday, we're not going to talk about any negotiations going forward. I'm not saying we're not going to talk, but we're not going to talk about it publicly. When a lot of these guys, when they say, yeah, I'm not going to talk about it during the season, it's going to be a distraction. Oh, baloney. If you're going to tell me, like, yeah, I understand that notion, but to me, if a team comes to me and offers me a contract extension, and if I want to stay with that team and they offer me some good money, that I think is a fair value, then yeah, I'll talk contract during the season. Whatever, especially during the All-Star break when you have some time off, It's like, come on now, you're going to sit here and tell me you're not going to talk dollars? I mean, get out of here. Like, I don't buy it when guys say that. It's like, really? You're not going to... Okay, so if a team offers you however much money, but it's during the season, okay, like, all right, what? Like, you're not going to talk about it? Like, I don't know. To me, I definitely think it's possible they could reach an extension at some point this season. Hey, Aaron Judge, to me, I think this is a guy that needs to stay with the Yankees. He's the face of that franchise. He's having another good season this year. Let's get to the other part of that hot take. So as of right now, Aaron Judge is the leader in home runs. So he has 10 home runs over 28 games. Let's see what pace he's on. As of right now, Aaron Judge is on pace for 58 home runs. I mean, we've seen Aaron Judge before hit 50 home runs, so that's not out of the question. I definitely think he could lead the league. Aaron Judge, if he just stays healthy, this guy is phenomenal. I would like the strikeouts to come down a bit. I would like the walks to go up a little bit. That's just my preference. But Aaron Judge, man, I think this is a guy, the Yankees, they need to sign this guy. He's the face of the franchise. He's the face of the Yankees. Get this guy locked up, man. And, you know, Cashman, I think he knows. Like, come on. They were so close when it came to the money. Obviously, Judge thinks that he deserves more. But honestly, I really think a big part of this is that the Yankees they want to see Judge be healthy and play. I think if it gets to a point where if he is still looking good by the All-Star break, I think they get a deal done. I think they will. Because to me, if he ends up leaving, that's going to be nuts, man. It's like, you know, to me, the only problem is he has had not great luck staying on the field. So you have to wait and see on that. But I definitely think he could lead the league when it comes to home runs. I think he could lead the major leagues. Absolutely. Will he get an extension signed? I don't know. I'm pretty in the middle. I think it could happen, but definitely couldn't happen as well. We'll have to wait and see. But that is a good hot take from Ed Bagley. Thank you so much. Let's talk about some other awards, right? Ed Bagley saying that Aaron Judge will go win the AL MVP. Oh, that was another one. I left that part out. Now, could he win the MVP? Could he win the MVP? Really quick before I move on to the next hot take. Now, Mike Trout, he is once again looking like the king of Major League Baseball. Doesn't look like he's ready to give up that throne anytime soon. Aaron Judge, in Fangraph War, he is behind him at the moment. So right now it's looking like Mike Trout, Jose Ramirez, Aaron Judge, maybe Wander Franco. Look at Jeremy Pena sitting there in the top 10 when it comes to Fangraph War. Are you kidding me? But for MVP, I think he could win it. But I think Trout, he is back to being Mike Trout. Mike Trout is slugging .726 right now. Are you kidding me? That is just dumb. He's got a .457 on base. I think Trout, if he keeps up this pace, I think he's going to end up winning it. My MVP pick was Jose Ramirez. I don't know if Jose Ramirez is having a great season. I just think Trout is just going to be too good. So I don't know. If I were to say right now MVP, I'd probably say no, especially if Trout is going to stay on that pace. So, but moving on, we're talking about awards. Let's talk about a couple of guys here on the Arizona Diamondbacks. We were just talking about the Diamondbacks pitching earlier. Man, that pitching is looking really good. But they got a few of these guys. Could they be Cy Young candidates? From Living Death 94, Zach Gallen gets top 3 in the NL Cy Young. And Alec Thomas gets NL Rookie of the Year votes. And from Ryan McDonald, Merrill Kelly will win NL Cy Young. Oh my. Let's go take a look at some starting pitchers, shall we? Here we go. We'll talk about Alec Thomas here in a second. But here we go. Kevin Gausman, right now, he is leading the pack in F-WAR when it comes to the American League. For the National League, look at Merrill Kelly right behind Carlos Rodon. I don't think Kelly's going to end up getting it, and here's why. With these awards, especially when it comes to pitchers, I think you got to look more at the baseball reference kind of numbers because, listen, when it comes to Fangraph War, you know, these guys aren't going to get votes based off of what their FIP is or what their XFIP is. Now, those are more expected numbers. Those are more projected numbers. When it comes to Cy Young voting, you're going to be looking at strikeouts, ERA, wins. You're going to be looking at those numbers. I was saying earlier, I prefer FIP. That's just me. I prefer looking at FIP, XFIP. But to me, right now, the guy for the National League, as of right now, it is looking like Carlos Rodon because he's striking out a lot of guys. His ERA is below 2. Merrill Kelly's ERA is stupid, but he's not striking out a lot of guys. And the voters, they like strikeout numbers. So as for Zach Gallen, I think Gallen, especially with this low ERA, I know Merrill Kelly's is a 1.22, but Gallen has a 0.95. So that's right now. It's through 5 starts. But actually, who started today? Did Gallen start today for the Diamondbacks? Because I saw they lost pretty big. Oh, Merrill Kelly actually pitched today. Gave up 3 runs. Oh, my. Look at that ERA climbing up all the way to a 1.71. Merrill Kelly. Come on, man. Come on, 1.71. That's pretty high, my friend. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Kelly is going to end up winning this Cy Young Award. I don't think he has the strikeouts. Gallen, on the other hand, I'm surprised. I would think Gallen would be striking out more guys at this point. He's had double-digit strikeout per 9 numbers in the past years. So I wonder if those strikeout numbers will go up a notch. We'll have to see. But the ERA looks good. He's not walking a lot of guys. But right now, I would say the favorite in the National League would have to be Carlos Rodon. If he stays healthy, I think it's his. To me, Rodon would have won the AL Cy Young if he stayed healthy last year. But there's also, other guys too. Kyle Wright, he actually got knocked around yesterday, so he's looking like he's coming back down to earth. But then there's also these other guys, man, where they can go on some runs. Don't forget about Tyler McGill. He got off to a good start. But I think the guys that get the strikeouts are going to be the guys that you got to pay attention to. So if we're looking at right now strikeout per 9 leaders, it is Carlos Rodon. Don't forget about Scherzer. Scherzer is one of those guys that he could end up going on. He went on that run last year when he got traded, and he was awesome. So look out for Scherzer. Burns, obviously. I know Burns right now. I mean, surprisingly enough, why is Burns only at a 0.8 WAR? I don't get. It's because of the FIP. Right now, I think Burns is looking like a guy. Because remember, Fangraphs. This is where I'm saying you have to look more at Baseball Reference when it comes to this stuff. Where Fangraphs last year, Nathan Eovaldi, I believe, was the number 2 guy in Fangraph WAR last year. And I think Robbie Ray was I think he was in the top 10. I don't think he was near the top. So let's actually go take a look at Baseball Reference really quick. So let's see who the Baseball Reference WAR leaders are. So who leads in the National League? So right now, Merrill Kelly actually has the highest Baseball Reference WAR. You got Pablo Lopez, Tom. See, that's the difference here. Is Carlos Rodon is 4th here, but he's 1st on Fangraphs. Gallen is 5th. So I think Burns could end up going on a bit of a run. Look out for him. I'm going to keep my eyes out for Max Scherzer. Yeah, very interesting that Kelly is number 1 on Baseball Reference, but he's number 2 on Fangraphs. So we'll have to wait and see. My money, I would go with either, by the end of the year, I would go with either Burns, Rodon. I'll go Scherzer too, man. Maybe Pablo Lopez too. Look out for Pablo Lopez. Taking a look at Pablo Lopez. Where are those numbers? What the heck just happened to those numbers? Oh, here we go. Pablo Lopez. He is... Actually, no. He's only striking out around 9 batters per 9. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting for, again, going back to this hot take. So, Zach Gallen, I think he definitely could get top 3. I'll probably lean more top 5, maybe top 10. But top 3, I would say he's going to really have to go on some kind of a run. He's got a lot of competition there. Alec Thomas. Oh, I didn't talk about Alec Thomas. Let me go back to this really quick. Here we go. Let's take a look at some rookies. So, in the National League, Alec Thomas, man, he's off to a pretty nice start. Let me actually pull him up really quick. He had the double in his debut. So, in his first game, he had the double, but he went 2 for 4 yesterday. Had the double. He had a couple RBIs, so he is looking pretty good to start things off. So, it's only 3 games, but he is looking good. Right now, if we take a look at the rookie leaders. So, hey, funny enough, Geraldo Perdomo, he's been hot lately. He's climbed up these leaderboards. I mean, Seiya Suzuki, he's really cooled off. You got Kyber Ruiz, who's looking pretty good. I can buy it. I mean, if you look right now, Alec Thomas, he has a 0.1 Fangraph WAR, but that ranks him 11th right now. So, I can buy that. I absolutely can buy that. I mean, Alec Thomas is the real deal, man. I really do like him. I've been excited for him to come up. So, I'll buy that. I definitely think he'll get Rookie of the Year votes. Will he end up being Rookie of the Year? We'll have to wait and see. And Ron McDonald, I'll say Merrill Kelly will not win the Cy Young. I'll disagree on that one. So, we got one more hot take before we get out of here. We're talking about pitchers right now. Let's end this with a guy that is off to a really good start in the American League, Dylan Cease from Southsider 14, one of our White Sox fans that's been... Oh, that's a deep drive, and that is caught. But Southsider 14, he's been with us for a long time. He says here, Dylan Cease, 300 strikeouts. My, oh my. Let's go take a look. Here we go. So Dylan Cease, as of right now, he is 4th overall in Fangraph WAR. So let's go see how many strikeouts he has right now. Here we go. So he has 47 strikeouts right now, and that's over 34 innings. So let's do 47 divided by 34. Let's say he ends up pitching, I don't know, 200 innings. Let's do, so let me do the math. 47 divided by 34 times 200 innings. So if he were to, on the pace that he's at right now, he's on pace. If he were to throw 200 innings, he would have 276 strikeouts. So he's not on pace right now. But this guy's got tons of potential. He can definitely keep racking up the strikeouts. I would probably say no. Honestly, when you think of guys that get 300 strikeouts, man, you think of guys like Randy Johnson, Nolan Ryan, Chris Sale most recently. You don't see a lot of strikeout, 300 strikeout seasons now. MLB, I believe Chris Sale was the last one. So yeah, Randy Johnson, he had 6 different times. Pedro on there too. Nolan Ryan, obviously a ton. Kurt Schilling had a few. Sandy Koufax, a few. Pedro Martinez in those late 90s, he was just amazing. J.P. Richard in the 70s. Sam McDowell. Where's Chris Sale? Oh yeah, we had Verlander in 2019. And then we had Garrett Cole as well. How did that team, man, how the heck did they not win that World Series? Sorry, Nationals fans, but God, you had those two guys. Scherzer in 2018, Sale in... Oh, yeah, what am I talking about? Chris Sale, obviously I'm biased because that's the one guy that I'm thinking of. So, yeah, Scherzer, Cole, Verlander, they came after Sale in 2017. But you don't really see the last guy to do it. What was it, Verlander and Cole in 2019? Yeah, so... It's going to be tough. I don't think Cease is quite there at this point. I definitely think he's really good. I don't know if he's a 300 strikeout season guy just yet. I don't know. But the guy's really good. I'll give you that. He's really good. So, 300 strikeouts in a season for Dylan Cease good? I don't know. I don't think he's quite there. But who knows? Who knows? But really quick before I get out of here, let's check out the poll. I did my own hot take. It has 182 votes. 182 votes. Will Christian Yelich finish top 5 in National League MVP voting? He's been doing really good lately, and I'm wondering, man, are we starting to get back to that old Christian Yelich? It's looking like it, hitting for another cycle in his career. As of right now, 34% say yes, and 66% say no. So, but Christian Yelich, he is doing rather good. I really like what he's getting back to. Overall, right now, well, not counting, actually, let me just go to his MLB.com numbers. I wish Fangraphs would update as the games went on. But they update like every morning at like 5:30, 6 a.m. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. And Ozzie Albies already with a base hit. But yeah, Christian Yelich right now hitting 259, a 356 on base. 5th home run today, 838 OPS. I definitely think he can have a really good season. We'll have to wait and see how he progresses. We still got a lot of season left, but he's doing really good. Top 5 MVP? No, I don't know. If he stays hot, though, I definitely think it's possible. So, really quick, before we do get out of here, let's go check on the scores really quick. God. Let's just pull this up. Let me close out all these tabs. I got so many tabs open, everyone. Tabs for days. You know, I really liked John Schreiber last night. He looked really good, and they just had him pitch in the 8th. Yeah, he pitched the 9th last night. I mean, they were up big. But, yeah, John Schreiber. I don't know why I have a tough time saying it. John Schreiber. He hasn't given up a run in 5 games this year. Well, now his 6th game tonight. He's been really good. I tweeted out last night, you know what? No one has been able to come through for the Red Sox when it comes to closing games. Why not go with this guy? He has a bit of a funky delivery. He doesn't have a ton of velocity, but, you know, he's got a couple of pretty decent pitches. I would not mind seeing him getting some save opportunities. I don't know, but they got Brazier going right now. So, let's take a look here when it comes to relievers. Right now, Boston's bullpen, man, it's just not been great. But I will say, Matt Strahm has been really good. I'm wondering, like, I don't know why they keep, like, you know, Brazier has also been pretty good. His ERA is 2.45. The FIP is 2.83. I was saying yesterday, man, I think Whitlock should be the closer. I absolutely think he should be the closer. I don't see, and because to me, it really reminds me of Papelbon back in 2006. They, you know, Paps, they were going to make him a starter. And, you know, Keith Folk, he was not good in the closer role right out of the gate. So they just said, all right, Papelbon, you're the closer, man. And then obviously look what ended up happening. I think Whitlock is a very similar thing. To me, this is the guy that should be the closer. So, you know, Brazier, he's been actually pretty decent in this bullpen this year. He doesn't rack up a ton of strikeouts, but Schreiber, let me put 0 innings. Schreiber right now, he's not striking out a lot of guys either, but he hasn't walked anyone. He's just got that funky delivery, man, and I'm thinking, why don't you just make him the closer? Why? Like, and again, I know it's a tie game right now, so it's kind of whatever at this point. But I would like for him to get some save opportunities because he did look really good. Brazier, on the other hand, I don't know what it is with Ryan Brazier. He just bugs me. He takes so long in between his pitches. He's just a head case out there, man. He takes so long between pitches. And I don't know, man. Well, let's see. It's bottom of the ninth right now. Red Sox, Braves. I don't know what Brazier just drives me insane, man. But let's check out the other scores. Cardinals up big on the Orioles right now. Royals up 4-1 on the Rangers. Astros up on the Twins. There is a delay. Astros won game 1. Verlander looked really good last night, man. He looked awesome. But let's take a look here. Pirates beating the Dodgers. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable, man. I can't, man. I just can't. I really don't get it. You just had Schreiber come in the 8th, and he just sat them down. And he was just solid in that 8th inning. Why don't you have him go the 9th? I don't get it. It's like, if you're not going to just go with a guy, oh my God. I know it's a tie ball game, but whatever. God, Ryan Brazier, man. I hate it here. I hate the way they're managing this bullpen. They can't manage a bullpen. They don't know who to put in for the 9th inning. You should put freaking Whitlock in the closer spot. How do you not put Whitlock? Put him in. I know he's not now, but I'm just saying this guy should be the closer. Whitlock should be the guy at the end of games. You're doing all this cute nonsense. You're going with Ryan Brazier in the 9th one day. You're going with Sawamura another day. Who else you going with? Diekman another day. None of these guys can do the 9th. They can't do it. Ryan Brazier, I just told all of you, he's a head case. The guy takes 5 hours in between every single pitch. Put Whitlock in the 9th inning. He's basically a 2-pitch guy. Two-seamer slider. Perfect. That's all you need for the 9th inning. They can't hit him. He's got the extension of a madman. He's got over 70 feet of extension or whatever the heck the number is. I don't know. Oh, my God. I just can't do it with this Red Sox bullpen. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's who is calling the shots with this bullpen? It's so obvious to have Whitlock be the closer. And then here I am. Here's my doofus self. Have Schreiber pitch the 9th. That's the guy that should be in the 9th inning if you're not going to go with Whitlock. Not friggin' Humpty Dumpty Ryan Brazier. If you're going to Matt Strom. Why can't you do him? I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know. To me, it's the 9th inning. You got to have a guy for the 9th. You got to stop being cute. You're 11-20. What are you doing here? Oh. What are we doing? I don't get it. Who is calling the shots for this bullpen? Is it Cora? Is it Bloom? Is it John frickin' Henry? Who the heck is doing this bullpen? What are you what are you doing? Oh my God. Guys need to have their roles. You need to stop doing this back and forth thing where one guy's going the 8th one day, one guy's going the 9th one day, and you're flip-flopping, you're having another guy going the 7th. Have roles in the bullpen. It's not freaking hard. I don't understand it. But no, they got to sit here and be like, no, we're going to be nice and cute with our bullpen. We're just going to try this guy on this spot this one day, and we're going to look at the matchups, and this guy is going to be really good against this guy. Screw you. Put guys in certain innings and have them pitch those innings. It's not hard. I don't understand it. Alex Cora, you're ticking me off. Heim Bloom, you're ticking me off. I can't stand it. I'm over it. We're 11-20. I don't get it. Why can't you just put guys in certain innings? I'm over it. God. No, it's so stupid. Evaldi had a good start today. 6 strikeouts. So, whatever. He wasn't an amazing start, but, a quality start. There's Strom. There's Schreiber. Or Schreiber pitched. He got 2 outs. So, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't get it. Schreiber looked really good last night. Comes in today. Does fine. And then Mr. Humpty Dumpty, Ryan Brazier, comes in and says, oh, okay, well, I'm going to give up the home run today because oh, my God. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. I don't know, man. That's another one. Hanzo Robles, Ben Myers. I watched Hanzo Robles in person in Tampa. I watched him in person. I saw the guy balk, and then he just lost the game. Gives up a walk-off home run to Kevin Kiermaier. They're all head cases. They can't do it. Stop looking at the stats when it comes to this. It's not about stats with this. Put the guy that can handle the 9th inning. It's a mentality thing. Yes, the numbers are important, but oh my God. Stop going with the numbers so much. Stop going with the analytics so much. I love analytics more than anything. But you got to have a feel for it too. Stop doing this annoying crap. It's I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. It's funny because I was thinking yesterday, I see we have 81 people in the chat. Thank you all for coming out tonight for hot takes. But I was actually thinking, I'm wondering if maybe, I could do some Red Sox post-game stuff. I know there wouldn't be as much of an audience for that, but, I don't know. It's this season is definitely not the season to do it. I'll tell you that. I'm just over it. No one knows how to manage this bullpen. No one even knows what the heck they're doing. You got Whitlock, who's obviously perfect for that spot, and it's you don't do it. I don't know. Everyone, if you can, hit the like button for me on your way out. That's going to help get this out there for the guys that weren't able to come by tonight. But yeah, hit that like button for me. Hit the bell notification. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for coming out to Hot Takes tonight. Really do appreciate that. And thank you for everyone that submitted a hot take. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. Really do appreciate that. But everyone, I'm still working on that Cleveland Indians 2017 video. It's almost done. I'm hoping to get that up tomorrow. If you didn't see my upload from earlier where I talked about Jim Crane taking a shot at Brian Cashman, go check that out. About a 10-minute video. So thought they were pretty interesting comments from Jim Crane. He talked a little bit about Carlos Correa as well. But the next time I will be live will be Sunday night for Power Rankings. That will be week number 4, I believe. So everyone, go get yourself some rest. Red Sox fans, hey, I'm going to be crying myself to sleep tonight. Hope you join with me. Yeah, it's a tough year, Red Sox fans. It's a tough year. So, everyone, I'm going to get out of here. I got to work in the morning. I actually got to wake up early for the gym and then go to work. But have yourself a good night. Have yourself a good day tomorrow, and I'll talk to you next time.